So I realize that this is a complex issue, and to just say stop building weapons because they kill people is it might sound a little naive, but I think the issue is that we are so set in our ways and our um, these historical patterns that we keep repeating, that we don't see that there's a future beyond the present situation, which granted is dangerous, and there are people that want to blow up this country and kill every one of us. That situation right now is valid, I agree with that, but we're missing the fact that there is an uncreated future that we can influence based on what we do now. So I think instead of um, designing bigger and better and more destructive and more powerful weapons, we should be figuring out how to uh, educate the world and how to stem violence before it starts. Because once it starts, then it's true, we need these weapons to defend ourselves from these violent people. But violence is not inherent to human nature. Violence is learned. Violence is something that children pick up when their community is poor and their lifestyle is downtrodden and they have nothing else to express themselves with. Like, they don't learn to write, they don't learn to read. All they learn is how to build bombs and how to fire rifles and how to hate the countries that have the power that are subjugating them. And so all I'm really saying is that the current cycle of war, peace, develop better weapons, new war, peace, develop better weapons, new war, peace, develop better weapons, new war that, well, we destroyed the whole planet this time, so I guess that's it. That cycle is crazy. It's insane. And I don't think human beings are insane. We just need nurture and education. And obviously, the Bush administration would make the argument that Iraq was an attempt to do this, to build a nation with a free society and a free educational system that would bring these children up into the developed world. But we did it all wrong because we invaded the country and started dropping bombs. We started blowing up their infrastructure, blowing up their schools, killing hundreds of thousands of Iraqis. That's the exact opposite of what needs to happen. And I'm not pretending to know or have a detailed plan for how to go about building nations. I mean, this is an intricate thing, but it all comes from communicating and understanding each other, and not being fearful of others simply because of cultural differences. Because culture, I mean, some people would say culture is the only human nature, but human beings are so open to the possibilities of their experience that even a person brought up in one culture meeting a person brought up in another culture, that experience right there of them facing each other creates a new culture. They just have to be open to that possibility, to open up these new lines of communication that didn't seem to be there before. And so yeah, I mean, I realize this is a complicated issue and it seems short-sighted and simple-minded to say that all weapons are evil, because there are people that want to destroy us now that we need to defend ourselves from using these weapons. But if we look at the future that we can create, it just seems like we're not doing what we need to be doing to prevent us from having to build these weapons in the future, because we don't have to continue doing this. We don't have to continue doing it. So yeah, that's all I really had to say. Thanks for listening.